Hey guys, it's Chris Turton here from christurtonecommerce.com, and today it is another Amazon training video. And today I'm going to cover something that I get a lot of feedback from, and that is people who are having problems getting their products listed on Amazon. It should be a really basic thing, but there are a lot of pitfalls to it. So I'm going to jump straight into it. So these are some of the main reasons, and there may be more, and if there are any, please leave me a comment or drop me an email and I would happily help you. The first one is red warnings, things like where it says vital info and you've got the little red triangle. These are, I'll go into all these more in depth in each step, but these are common ones. Gated categories, where you have products that are in a restricted category where you need approval from Amazon. Key ones are to do with barcodes and things to do with the products either already being in the catalogue or having a conflict with brands and their barcodes. When you send stock into FBA, so when you fulfill it by Amazon and get the stock sent direct to their warehouse, sometimes your items can be blocked and you can't sell your products, and suppress listings, which you might see quite a bit of. So first one about red warnings. This is what it looks like on your listings page, and you'll see these little red triangles. This is a really basic one, but it can be more complicated sometimes than you might think. So it might be that you've just either forgotten to fill something out. And one thing we've seen, and this is quite subjective, is we occasionally see this issue pop up with certain browsers, and we don't know if there is a technical issue within seller support, but we've definitely seen it where things work differently on Google Chrome as they do to Firefox and with Internet Explorer and Internet Edge. So first of all, if you're confident you've filled in all the details on all those tabs, check different browsers. That's just the first thing. The key things that are likely you've missed are barcodes, maybe barcodes in the variations, maybe something really simple in the offers. But occasionally we do seem to get questions about the vital information saying it's still showing a red flag even though we've done everything to it. Just double check it. It's crucial that you fill in the barcode, it's crucial that you fill in the brand name, the title, etc, etc. And there are other reasons that we're going to go into in a minute that might be why this little red triangle shows up. So we're going to start off talking about gated categories, and this is when you might set a product up, it might go live, you might be happy with it, then all of a sudden you look at the product page and as you can see there, it says currently unavailable, and it doesn't make any sense. You've got stock available on your inventory or you've sent your stock into FBA and it doesn't actually work. So click on the edit button on the right hand side of your product inventory, and you might find that you get the little pop-up there in the middle of the page that says you need approval to list products in XYZ category, and you need to request approval to be in that category. And there are several reasons why you need to be in there. Predominantly they're down to health and safety reasons. There may be a lot of counterfeits or technical issues in there. So click the request approval button. You'll then need to supply, whether or not you're a reseller or a distributor or a manufacturer or both, you'll need to select that option, and you will need to provide evidence surrounding that product, and maybe that will enable you for the entire category. So say if you've got 500 products in the toys and games category, just submit it for one and you should get the approval. You will need to provide, this is really important, you'll need to provide photos of the actual product. So it doesn't matter if it's on your phone, it doesn't have to be professional, just a product of the physical product in its packaging, showing the barcode, showing the model number. Sometimes they may ask you to provide information such as the invoice that you've had, your chain of supply. I know that if you have products that are classed as being organic or anything in those food categories, you'll need to provide evidence of that, as well as maybe food safety data and information. So submit that and give Amazon at least 7 days for that. There are other pitfalls into gated categories that you might be a bit more complex than that. Sometimes they will reject businesses that are trying to sell in that category because they don't want any more businesses in that category. Various different reasons, which we won't go into because there are numerous. But again, if you have any issues with it, get in touch, let me know. I'd be just thrilled to kind of get into it and just have a look, see if there's anything we can do, and if there's anything that I haven't picked up or covered, so let me know. This is a really common one. Amazon, when you type in your product details into the vital info, there's a pop-up and it'll say possible matching products, and it's found another product that's nothing to do with your product, or maybe one that's very similar to your product. The reason that's happened is because you're using a barcode that's already in Amazon's catalogue. And it's also possible that the barcode is very close to the one you're using, but the title is the same. So Amazon is getting very clever at trying to find duplicated products, and it's trying to put an end to that very strongly. If you find that your product is owned by yourself, and you have your own barcode and you have your own brand, which we'll get into a bit later on, and you think someone else has hijacked your listing, register for Amazon's brand registry, which again I'll talk about later on. You'll need a registered trademark, but that will help you control your listings and control your barcodes as well. This is another common one. You've used a brand name not known to Amazon's brand registry program, and this error pops up, and you'll see that the error code is 5665. This is one where what happens is when you list any new product in the catalogue, Amazon will check the barcode that you've used, and it will also cross-reference that against the brand name that you've given it. And if they don't match, and that brand name is already in Amazon's brand registry program, so it's likely that would be a big brand or a known brand. So say if you're selling Sony headphones, I guarantee you that Sony are in Amazon's brand registry. And if you type a barcode that is not a Sony barcode, say if you try and buy one on the cheap, if you try and buy cheap barcodes, it's not a good idea, or one that isn't synonymous with that brand, because all brands, when they register under the barcodes database, which I'll explain later on, that will have a connection to that brand, and Amazon check that database. So it's what's happening is the barcode you've used isn't matching the brand. The barcode and the brand aren't matching. So you will then need to contact seller support and give them information as to why that's happening. You might have to tell them that it's your own brand. You have to be very clear with the seller support, give them bullet points. Another key tip for seller support is try and contact them early on in the morning. It's likely you'll get someone in better offices with better information, maybe in Cork, maybe in Cape Town. You'll get more, theoretically, better information if you contact them early on in the morning. So yeah, try and push for that. I always recommend brand registry, but like I said, you have to have a registered trademark. The other one you'll get, the other errors that you'll get is the error code 5461, which is basically the same as the last error. The last error is where they don't connect at all, but the barcode that you've used for error 5461 means the barcode is completely not the same barcode as the brand name that's used. And like I said, they will check the GS1 barcode database, and all products, I think it's the first 6 or 7 characters of a barcode is matched to one brand name. So it's really important that you get this right. Otherwise, like I said, you'll have to contact seller support and see if that you can use your own brand name as a product. So